I was kneeling in dust and gunfire when the radio cut through the chaos. "Sergeant Hale, you need to take this priority message." The voice trembled. Something you almost never hear over encrypted lines. "Your daughter, I see her. Internal bleeding, fractured skull." Then a pause. Softer this time, almost whispered, as if lowering the volume could make it hurt less. "She said something before passing out. Mom's new husband. He hit her with a baseball bat because I called him by his name instead of Dad." The world slowed. Static hung in the air, then silence. My captain's eyes met mine. Get to the airfield. C-130s were ready. Engines humming. Fuel tanks glinting under the harsh sun. I didn't speak. Didn't blink. Didn't breathe. Just walked toward the waiting aircraft, boots sinking into the hot sand. Her voice echoed in my head. Faint but clear. Mom's new husband. Something inside me snapped. Not loud, not dramatic. Quiet, like a wire stretched too far. The flight home was 20 hours of stillness. 20 hours of reliving every moment I hadn't been there. Jenna, my ex-wife, had remarried 2 years after our divorce. I never fought custody. Too busy fighting a war. But I called every week, visited when I could, sent gifts she claimed never arrived. When I landed, hospital lights cut through the night, white and merciless. There she was, my little girl. Tubes, bruises, silence. And beside her, Jenna, her eyes red but dry. A man, Carl, her new husband, standing a few steps behind her, jaw tight, hands clenched. "Mark," Jenna whispered. "This was an accident. She fell." "Fell? From where?" "Her bed or bike?" The doctor's note said otherwise. Skull fracture. Blunt force trauma. Not a fall, a strike. Carl avoided my gaze. Jenna kept talking, filling the silence with excuses. I studied their hands. No ring on him. A gold band engraved inside. A name I didn't recognize. Something felt rotten, deeper than bruises and lies. I stayed silent. Let her ramble. Let him breathe. I requested hospital security footage under the guise of safety concerns. What I found confirmed my instincts. Jenna arrived alone, calm, methodical. Carl showed up 40 minutes later. The doctor's report had been altered. 2 versions, time-stamped an hour apart. I began quietly collecting pieces. Photos, statements, bank records. Spending had doubled since she married him. But the accounts weren't hers. They were his, funded by someone I once trusted, my old commanding officer, a man who had been at our wedding. It didn't take long to trace the connection. Emails, late-night calls, affairs disguised as support. And my daughter uses leverage in their domestic illusion. I stopped sleeping, stopped feeling, only planned. 2 weeks later, she woke up, fragile voice but piercing. "Mom said not to tell anyone. He hit me because I called you Daddy." The truth was simple and cruel. I quietly requested a DNA test, not for proof of love, but for blood. The result, negative. She wasn't mine biologically. 18 months before our divorce, Jenna had conceived with another man, yet let me raise her, knowing she wasn't my blood. My knees didn't buckle. My heart didn't break. It just stopped. That night, I went to her house, the one built on my pension and lies. She answered the door, startled but smiling, that same rehearsed smile. "Mark, what are you doing here?" I handed her a folder. No words. No emotion. Doctor's reports, footage, DNA results. Her face drained. Carl's name circled in red. "Mark, please, you don't understand." "I understand perfectly," I said. His shadow loomed behind her. 2 ghosts thinking they'd buried me. I didn't yell, didn't threaten. Simply said, "The police have a copy. Child Services have a copy. You'll lose him. He'll lose everything. But I'll walk away." Jenna crumpled, knees hitting the tile. Carl stepped forward, face tight with panic. "You set us up," he hissed. "No," I said. "You did." I left them in silence. The folder open, their lives reduced to paper and truth. Outside, the air felt colder, cleaner. The girl I loved, my daughter, was transferred to foster care for recovery. I still visited, still brought flowers. She smiled when she saw me, called me Dad. I didn't correct her. Some lies deserve mercy. Jenna lost custody. Carl was charged. Their house emptied within weeks, where had taught me patience, timing, and how to leave without looking back. That night in Baghdad, when the radio broke with her name, I thought I was losing my child. Turns out I was losing an illusion. Some clarity is sharp, metallic, final. I swallowed it whole, and as I walked away from the wreckage of what we once were, I felt neither rage nor grief, just cold, quiet, unforgiving peace.